Okay. Welcome, welcome to my live stream. It's been okay. Let me check this. Let me just mute my speaker. Okay, let me just check the song. Just one moment. Okay, sounds pretty good. All right, let's talk about Unibot, say, WorldCoin, and Shibarium, and Pi Network, without mainnet, of course. Let's start a little bit about the data. Trading volume, $1.14 trillion, decreasing will be 1.5%, and the trading volume for the last 24 hours is around $35.8 billion, 12% increasing. Uh, to be clear, I'm talking about the entire crypto market trading volume past 24 hours. And among those trading volumes, 93% are stable coins. Trading pairs involve stable coins, which means like any coins traded against USDT, USDC, and any other stable coins. And the Bitcoin dominance is around 49% and tiny decreasing 0.06. Uh, the Bitcoin dominance has a huge impact when it comes to the crypto fear and greed index, which is a really good indicator. If you want to make a judgment whether the market is going to have a good bull run or the market is going to tank. Why I'm saying that? Because the for the past 2 years, from what I observed, is it works pretty well. If you look at the past experience, we had a really low crypto fear and greed index last year in June, if you remember, as low as 6, extremely fear. That's right after the Nula collapse, and a serious event of DeFi liquidation. Right? All kinds of DeFi project went bankrupt. That was the extreme fear reached as low as 6. So if you bought the dip at that moment, you will have a really good return by now. So I'm not saying you should 100% rely on this index, but it's really indicator uh, for how people think about this, how people react about the current market situation. So other core metrics you should consider. Of course, number one is Bitcoin price. Right now is about $28,647, which is 1.71 decrease for the last 24 hours. And if you look at 7 days, it's, it has been down. It has down 2.89%. Also, you need to have the basic concept about the data is the market cap. Right now, the market cap of Bitcoin, circulating, is calculated by the circulating supply times uh, the number of I'm sorry, let me correct that again. So the market cap is calculated by the the price of one single Bitcoin times the circulating supply. That's how you get this its market cap, which is around, we're talking about million, right? It's around $557 billion. Why do you need to have this concept? Because quite often, sometimes when someone goes crazy, about some certain altcoin, they just randomly have some insane expectation. For example, they were just shouting like Dogecoin is gonna go to $1. If you look at the market cap, in order for Dogecoin price to reach $1, the market cap will have to go like how many times? We're talking about 9 billion right now, then you got 90 billion. Sometimes their expectation, if that happened, one single altcoin, the market cap of one single altcoin could surpass Bitcoin. Just take 1 second to think about it. That's not realistic at all, right? I think in most multiverses, including this one we're living in, it's very, very unlikely any single altcoin, not mentioning meme coin, any single altcoin's market cap could surpass Bitcoin. Maybe the price of each token, but the market cap could never, I'm not gonna say never, is the chances are infinitely small for altcoins market cap to surpass Bitcoin. Just very, very unlikely, close to, just gonna say impossible. Okay. So you need to have to basic understanding about market cap. Of course, and another coin you need to get familiar with is Ethereum. The current market cap is around $216 billion, and the trading volume is 5.4 billion dollars. Speaking of, this is also very important. If you take a look, the current trading volume is very low. Of course, the daily trading volume is only $16 billion. As for you need to have a concept about how low that is. If we look back all the way back to like 2019, right? Even during 2019, right, at the in that period of time, that was a really long bear market. It was a long, cold winter. The trading volume is still higher than Bitcoin right now. We're talking about daily trading volume, any arbitrary day, running. Look at it. When the Bitcoin price was, let's say, when the price was $80,000 something, the trading volume, January 2020, was $28 billion. That's significant higher than today's trading volume, which is very odd. But definitely that has something to do, with the FTX went bankrupt, and Meta Research also, right, is the largest market maker, which means they provide liquidity uh, for all kinds of crypto trading. Since they went down, so the trading volume went down significantly, which is unusual and abnormal. There are many reasons for this. That's one of the reasons I could think about. Another reason is probably currently there are so many long-term Bitcoin holders. They just hope they don't want to sell it, and they have no intention to buy more at this moment. Or someone is trying to keep the market quiet. They don't want the market to get too excited. So if the market gets too excited, price goes up, they won't be able to buy Bitcoin at a very lower price. That's another reason. Okay, now we're done with the basic data. Let's take a look at the top 100 who has the best performance for the past 24 hours. Okay, there's a simple way we can just rank this crypto. Rocket Pool is one of those so-called liquidity staking provider. DeFi protocol went up 24 around 4.5%, 24 last 24 hours, which is not bad. Or it's something, but right, it's something. Fraxshare is also another liquidity staking protocol, 1%, 1.2%. percent up. It's better than nothing, right? In terms of and see, that's the project we're gonna talk about, and also maybe talk about a little bit about the bone Shiba swap went down 12%, see went down 4%. Then we look at it, page 2, is the top 101 to top 200. Let's just rank them. Okay, this Tomo Ching, Tumo Ching went up 8.8% in the past 24 hours. Market is pretty quiet. The volatility is really low. And there we go, Unibot. By the way, Unibot actually surprised me. I wasn't expecting that much from him, from this project, this during this period of time, because right, the market is very quiet. But even during this time, he has been doing quite impressive. I mean, he has, we're talking about the price, right? So Unibot is a trading bot inside a Telegram. It acts like Uniswap, but it's inside the Telegram. Telegram is a encrypted instant message app, right? You can chat with people, one individual, or can chat people within a huge group. It's very popular in crypto investor. A Unibot is very unique. It's a bot inside a social media software, and the project launch is brand new, right? Only a few months. The price went up almost like 10 times. And yesterday, it even broke out 200 level. I was thinking about, well, not that fast. But I had a doubt. I was questioning whether it could hold about 200, but it didn't, right? It fell down. That's okay. But overall, this project has done pretty well. And at this point, I'm a little bit impressed consider considering the current crypto market. I wasn't expecting too much from. Okay, another project caused a little bit drama for the past 3 days. Just launched this coin just launched like a few days ago, right? 3 days ago, and it dropped for a day, 24 hours, and went up a little bit, not too much, and then dropped down. It's just another say it's another public chain. Kinda reminds me Su Aptos, kinda boring. Like, seriously, do we really need that much so-called public chain? Do we really need that many infrastructures? We barely have any new project. Unibot is pretty new. It's very creative, and it's been doing very well. And let's talk about this, Bone Shiba Swap. They kinda I just checked the news, the layer 2 that they've been working on the layer 2 solution, Shibarium. So it's supposed to drive the price up. It went up a little bit weeks, past 2 weeks, but overall, that's it. That's pretty much all you can do. I think the complaint about Shibarium ecosystem is the complexity of their tokens. They have more than one token. They have Shiba, they already Bitcoin, and also they have the DeFi own DeFi system, like the Shiba Swap and Bone and other tokens like Leash. I think they have like 4 tokens. That's way too much token for one project. It confused people. It confused me, certainly. They also have the metaverse system, you name it. Probably they're gonna do some like AI as well. So, I'm not gonna be too optimistic about this project, at least before Ethereum spot ETF got approved. Don't expect too much, just we're still in this bear market. As much as I would like the markets, you know, transform from, a bear market to bull market, but let's just face it, we're still in this, bear market. Then last project, I think we can talk about WorldCoin. WorldCoin is a very interesting project, right? Who sends this little orb, around the world, scan people's eyeball? That's the first thing I think the first thing people's reaction the first thing people think about it when you say, "Hey," you just stop some guy on the street randomly, "Hey, can I scan your eyeball and give you some crypto for free?" Any rational person's reaction will be like, "Hell no. Why would you need to scan my eyeballs?" And also the company behind the WorldCoin, right? One of the founders, Sam Altman, who's also the founder of OpenAI, who owns the largest AI company, ChatGPT, if you're familiar with. It just immediately after all those years, like Hollywood movies, if one or two things, what does those tech giant want, right? Those rich billionaires who owns the most powerful AI companies, all of a sudden they want everybody enrolled in WorldCoin system and give your biometric information such as your eyeballs, your iris. Like how do you react? My reaction is, "Okay, Sam Altman just act like" that's textbook supervillain, right? Eventually, you want my eyeballs, and you control my digital identity. Eventually, you want this thing big, replace government and replace like, you eventually, you just wanna control everything. You wanna rule the world, something like that's my I'm not the only one thinking like that, right? If you watch 1 or 2 Hollywood movies, that's the most likely that's just natural reaction. You think about, somebody's gonna scan your eye. In exchange, you get some few WorldCoin, which is worth like $1.52. I think you get a 1 or 2, you get a 2 per week, right? So that's a new social welfare system, and who's gonna pay for that? I don't know. Somebody. Yeah. Okay. Alright, that's pretty much about today, and, hmm, news, I don't think we have any news that we had a big news, like, yesterday, right? European just approved the first, uh, spot Bitcoin ETF, and I'm not sure how this will go because from past experience, Canada approved the spot Bitcoin ETF, as well as Australia and also Hong Kong. The size of those ETF were relatively small, right? Like from $20 million to a few $100 million. The size of the ETF barely had any impact, barely any impact to the Bitcoin price. So I wouldn't expect too much from a short amount of time. Maybe in the long term, you will see the result. If you look at it like a few months, you probably won't see the like direct result from this ETF. So don't expect too much, and we still need to wait. The big guy in join this game. We're talking about BlackRock. That's the big one. Once it gets approved, I believe we can see the Bitcoin, the price break through, I think, $45,000 easily in a week, in a very short amount of time. That's where things get really exciting, but not for now. You probably have to wait for like a half a year. All right, thanks for watching today's Aris Talk Live, and